What's going on today, Internet? Selfish here with Retrospect. Anbernic is arguably one of the better companies when it comes to making retro handhelds out of China. But what if I told you that they also make a clone PS2? We're going to take a look at this today. It's the PAP II and see what it's all about. When you get your PAP II, it comes in a box that looks just like this. You get your PlayStation 2 controllers on it. It does have an SD card inside the box. Does talk about that on here. You'll get a power cable and things. We will go over that stuff here. I'm just going to take everything out of the box and show it to you because it's going to be easier. I just want you guys to recognize this PS2 plays up to PS1. At least this one's backward compatible, I guess. And it does have 4K HDMI out. And we're going to go through all of that today. When you open the box, this is what you get. You get two PlayStation controllers. Regular controllers, not too bad. They feel like PlayStation 2 controllers. Get those out of the way. Next, we'll go through, this does have a barrel charger, which annoys the hell out of me. I don't think any device should have ever come with a barrel charger. Now, I don't believe this device is brand new either, so it does kind of make sense that this is in there, but I still don't like the fact that it has a barrel charger. Luckily, it will just plug into any regular USB. You do have an AV out, which is unneeded if you have HDMI AV, so you do get an HDMI cable included in the package. Also, a couple other things that come in this, it does come with the memory card and the memory card reader, and we will go over that here in just a minute because this is actually your game cartridge. It does have word paper, tells you exactly the same thing I just told you on how to put in the game cartridge. Alright, now let's go over the device itself. The top looks like a traditional PS2, but maybe just a slim model. And nice and shiny. Right here, we do have two filled-in holes for memory cards because we're obviously not going to need PS2 memory cards in here. Your slots for your PS2 controllers. You do have a reset switch right here. You do have an SD hole, and that's going to replace your traditional memory cards and allow you to put an SD card in here with all your games on it. Also makes it very easy for switching out ROMs just by going onto your computer. And then we do have a power switch up here. And I do believe that this is a reset button right here. I could be wrong. I know there is one on here somewhere, and I don't see it anywhere else. So I believe that that's it. If you go to the sides, you just have your air vents so this thing can breathe. On the back, you do have an HDMI hole, 355/AV hole, and you do have a barrel hole for your barrel jack. Side over here, just vents again. Bottom, nothing special. Looks like it'd be pretty easy to pull apart. I'm guessing it's an Android TV box of some sort in here. All right, let me grab my monitor, and we will plug this thing in and see what it's all about. Once you have it all hooked up, I've got the controller plugged into the PS2 clone, plugged into an HDMI cable into the monitor. Next thing we need to do is we need to give this thing power. So I've got my barrel cable running out of the back here. We'll just plug that in back here. Okay, we're going to plug my monitor for a minute just until we get this in, just so that it doesn't keep making noise on us. After your barrel cable, you are going to take your card. It looks like they sent me a 64 gig memory card for this. Put that in there. Right on the front of the device, like I said, there is a card slot for your memory card. So it's similar to putting in a game card, but here we're going to put in a memory card. After that, we're going to fire up our monitor and fire up the game system using that power button on the front there. What? For some reason, my speaker is humming on here, so I might actually have to cut the audio for these games out. We're going to find out as we go here. I don't know why it's humming. Did we fix it? I think we might have fixed it. I swapped to an HDMI cable I was using because I thought that it was making noise, but I found out that that was not the problem I was having at all. So we are going to give this a shot. What do we want? So let's see what we got here. We got PS1, CPS, NeoGeo, NES, GBA, GBC, Game Boy, NES, SNES, Game Gear, and Super Mega Drive. Well, the hardest thing to play on here is going to be obviously PS1. Let's jump in on an SNES game real quick. Let's see what it's got, and we'll go from there. It lost its box art halfway through. That's too bad, but it's got a few games in here, 150 SNES games. It's too bad that it lost its box art. It's always a little weird playing SNES with a PlayStation controller. See how she does. Doesn't seem to be having any issues. If you do find yourself liking what you see in this video, I'll leave a link down below so you can pick one up yourself. It'll help support the channel. Thank you in advance. I was going to try to crush that guy. Oh, you got me. Alright, well this is working just fine. It looks a little putty. Like it's got a little putty texture. And I don't know if that's just because I'm sitting so close to the screen. It looks a little bit more comical than it normally does. Cartoony, I guess. Okay, I don't... So the select button apparently is the pause button. Select start still exits. You do have loads and save states. Oh, there we go. Smoothing. You can do scan lines, smoothing. I wonder if this would look more normal. No, not really. That's a pretty decent SNES experience. We'll try one more here with Mortal Kombat. No, you know what? We'll do this in Genesis, actually. I've always found it ironic, and I think I've said this in a video before, that Tails is the only one of the Sonic characters that flies but has an airplane. Never really made sense to me. Well, start and select buttons are right on this one anyways. So Sonic works just fine on here. Oh, I screwed that up. Alright, we'll do one more test here. We'll test out PS1. We got Bomber World. These are going to be some pretty easy games, I think. I'm going to be surprised if they put anything too hard on here for the processor. There are only 6 games on here for PS1. Driver's probably going to be the hardest one of these. We'll try 2 games out on PS1. Since we only have 6, that'll be a third of the games. Well, this game's not looking the best. So here we got Driver on PS1. Probably looks a little better for you. I'm trying to look at it through a monitor, I feel like I always end up playing some game, whether it be this or Taxi or something, where I'm running people over and what have not. I was going to try to spin around. It didn't work. That's about as much of that as I can handle for today. Ooh. Oh, yeah, we could probably... Oh, so this one actually gives you the option to change stuff. Well, I could screw around with that on another video if you guys want me to. I just thought that this would be a fun thing to play with today. Since we gotta do a fighting game, I guess we'll do this one. Since we haven't done one yet. I was planning on playing Mortal Kombat in Genesis. Messed that up. This already looks better for picture though, so whatever the settings are on this one are a little bit better. Not much, but slightly. Not a whole lot of processing power difference between this and Driver. Alright. Thought I could jump on the cop car. That's not fun. Colors in this one are a little screwed up too, and I'm not sure why. So this one's in fast. The last one was in smooth, so maybe if I smooth this one, it will... I can't get back out of here now. Without what? Restarting the game? Sure. I've now changed the filter from fast to smoothing to see if it looked any better, and I honestly don't know if I could tell the difference. So I'm not sure if there actually is a difference, but the gameplay is fine. It just looks really weird when I'm watching it through a monitor, so I can only imagine it looks weird for you guys too. And also might be just because I'm sitting so close to it, and this is meant to be on a bigger TV. So what do you think? What do you think about the PAP II? I believe is what it's called, or the PAP II, the PAPII. I'm not exactly sure what they call it. I've never heard it pronounced before. I'm not exactly sure what it stands for. I'm guessing PlayStation something. I don't know why I can't think of what it is right now off the top of my head. Usually I can come up with these acronyms pretty quick. And this is obviously the second rendition of it they made, I assume, since it's the number 2. Which to me, in common sense, would say if this is doing well, they'll make another one because the first one must have done well enough to make a second one. Is my thought process anyways. I just find it interesting that Anbernic makes a device like this that isn't what we're used to playing on the handhelds, like the 353 or the 405. Mine seems to be lost in custom somewhere. It's neat to see Anbernic is digging into different avenues to put stuff on the market. Is this a device you're going to get? Something at least just to put on the shelf to collect with the other PlayStation clones, or is this something you're going to pass on? I assume it's been out for a while, so you might already have one, but if not, comment down below, let me know. And if you do have one, let me know what you think of it. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think my kids could have fun on it. I know I could have a little bit of fun on it. I'm going to put it right there next to all my other Sony clones. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends because sharing helps grow the channel. My wife says I'm more of a grower than a shower, so help a brother out. Share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. Hey, you're still here? Awesome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it already. There's a button on the screen somewhere for that. Also, if you like what you saw, here's a couple other videos you might like. And I do appreciate you sharing this video. It really does help grow the channel. Thanks for watching.